Hi everyone. Um, I want to make this video now because I just can't keep this any longer. So, I wanted to do a chapter in the in my version of the FNAF timeline and story about the Schmidt family, but I decided not to do it anymore and just delete it because honestly it would just be too complicated for me to even begin with everything. So I just decided to give it up. It's not a big deal. But anyway, earlier I ate breakfast, so okay, So, I immediately thought of this person who I used to meet, like, when he was about, 14 years old or something? No, he was born in 1999, and I was born in 2003, so I would be, 10 years old at the time. Yeah, he was 14. He was, 13 to 14 years old. Yeah. Now, if you know about the website, Go Animate, or known as now Vaughn, then, you might be familiar with its, content of characters in videos. Mostly the characters being grounded for how many days, weeks, years, lives, whatever, with text-to-speech voices, insufferable dialogue, and honestly, I don't want to think about it anymore. But the person in question, it turns out that he's still around on social media, which is honestly either a blessing or a straight-up curse, because I don't know what to think of him anymore. Either I like him or hate him. Not like the news, but still. The person in question, his full name is Trent Christopher Morrison, and he was born on September 23rd, 1999, making him 24 years old now. And when I met him, he was probably about 14 years old, and I was around 10. No, I was around 9 years old. My birthday is in October. But anyway. He was around 14 years old. Now, what I do remember is that he probably made more videos years earlier than when I met him. Probably when he was 12 or 13. I honestly don't know how long he's been on that website for. You know what? I'm just glad that that website is gone because it's no longer usable, to be honest. But for some reason, people still use it, and people still have those assets from the original website. I'm not sure why. But anyway, Trent was he's an interesting person. Especially when he got me into certain stuff that I still like today, but it's no longer considered weird unless it's not sexual or fetishistic. My preference is male than female, because female I can't do. There's just no way how, because their body being exposed. And private parts. But anyway, so Trent was around 14 years old when I met him. I liked his content at least, but some of the things that he did were questionable or just plain weird in their own way. He had his first ever girlfriend named Kira, which back then he would also nickname Kiki. But then, well, as it turns out, Trent was exposed for being a terrible person. He was abusive to his girlfriends and abusive to anyone who tried to question him about what he was doing or some other stuff. I can barely even remember. But all I know is that when he and Kira, the relationship wasn't working out because of Kira's parents, Trent in reality decided to make up an imaginary girlfriend named Rachel, and their relationship was kind of the same, except more weirder, especially with all the stuff he was doing. I'm not gonna say anything about let's just say if people find it weird, if it involves a non-fetishistic kind of way, then please, if you're uncomfortable with it, I totally understand. I have nothing against it, but please do not be a jerk about it. I have said it. I have said this a few times before, and I do not want to say it again. So basically, Trent, his appearance, especially now, his current appearance is still the same that he currently used to. He has blonde hair, dark eyes, wearing a red t-shirt, pants, and he has glasses. He's almost like a simple, geeky kind of guy. His other appearances, he tried to look cool, but honestly, he just looked like a huge dork. No offense, Trent. It's unknown when he got into the whole inflation fetish stuff. Some of the Winky fandom said that it was in 2015, but I knew what was happening during that time when I met Trent. He did it much earlier. Well, not exactly fetishizing real life people or characters yet, but it was more I don't want to know. And then some of our girlfriends came into his life, like Ellie, I mean. I'm not sure what was going on with him and Rachel, but considering that Rachel is confirmed to be a completely imaginary girlfriend for Trent, it's probably possible that Trent got tired of having an imaginary girlfriend and decided to find someone different. So that was where Ellie came in. Now, Trent already had some friends, especially one girl named Charlotte. It's pretty clear that Trent has a preference for women, especially girls he's probably friends with. Which wouldn't be weird today, but due to his behavior And the fact that his videos are still like the ones in Go Anime, except in a new app, it's still weird. I don't know what to say at this point. But all I know is that I noticed that people began hating him. And now that I can safely say, I can understand why. It was... Honestly, he was just a weird, mentally unwell person. He made a video committing suicide brought by his ex-girlfriend Kiki, Kara, becoming evil all of a sudden. Now, as for Ellie, Trent abused her, and Trent made her look like a villain even though she wasn't. Trent ended up getting an imaginary girlfriend, again named Alexis, but it's unknown where their relationship ended up. All I know is that Trent now has other girlfriends in his life. I honestly don't know. And I was thinking about it, and I don't hate him. It's just that the fact that he was now confirmed to be an abusive person just made sense from when I first heard about them. Trent was a disgusting person, and I should have never met him in my life. But he said in the description of his YouTube channel that he's moved on from his cringy stuff on Go Anime, even though his videos are still similar to his old ones, where it's someone getting grounded or him just doing balloon art. I have no freaking idea how he... I don't know if he's lying to himself or what. But all I know is that I just wanted to talk about this because I just can't keep it in any longer. But at the same time, I want to talk to Trent to try and be friends with him a little bit. Trying to get him to open up about why he did what he did or how he got into this kind of stuff. The internet is forever, and people on the internet, anyone can watch this kind of stuff on the internet, not just children. Teenagers, parents, adults, elderly, whoever. Okay? It doesn't matter. Because how the hell are you supposed to know that the internet is supposed to be for children? It isn't. It's not just for children. And trust me, there's an app called YouTube Kids, and YouTube Kids, no. Do not go on that site. Please. Also, Trent's YouTube account is named Perverted Stoner 69 Reborn. And him being a perverted stoner is pretty much what he is. I mean, no offense, Trent, but, I don't hate you, Trent. I don't hate you. It's just that I understand why people hate you. It's just that you got me into something that I like now, but I don't do it like you, because what you do about it is it makes people uncomfortable, which I understand much more than I do. Bye. See you in the next video.